with our mighty team. Heroes we become, living out the dream. Roll the dice, feel the thrill, monsters we will overthrow. Questing with friends in the RPG show.
Dungeon Hobby Shop closes. All the Justin Lanasa owned websites and IPs are now being redirected to Wizards of the Coast. What is going on? Has the Justin Lanasha TSR Wizards of the Coast trash fire finally come to an end? Hello, folks, and welcome. It is I, your humble guide to all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and general internet nonsense that is the OGGM. It's about 11:30 here at Site B on this windy 17th day of September 2024. It is the official day that the Player's Handbook for 6th edition is available on the shelves, as long as you don't count the fact that it was already on the shelves. But we have this story from our friend Tom and Don over at Tabletop Taproom. As you know, Tom has been following and deeply immersed in the Justin Lanasa soap opera since it pretty much began. I have my own little token bit in this story because Lanasa had threatened me and said some things about me a long time ago. I don't know if he remembers, but he said he was going to take me to court. But yeah, so Mr. Lanasa has been involved in a multi-layer, highly complicated game of musical chairs and bankruptcy and IPs and false filings and internet AI stuff, and has just been this nonstop spiral of nonsense. And Tom and, as you know, Eric Tanker and Don from Wizard Tower Games have all been directly involved in it, as long as with Ernie Gygax and the Dungeon Hobby Shop and the various franchises that the TSR name is supposedly attached to. Lanasa and Wizards of the Coast have also been involved in a multi-$1,000 lawsuit on and off for years. Well, it finally feels like it's come to an end. Now, I'm really not the person to talk about this. I'm just going to, redirect you to Tabletop Taproom if you want to know all the information. But as of this morning, the Dungeon Hobby Shop website is down. It has been declared officially closed. We don't know what's happening with any of the stuff that was inside the Dungeon Hobby Shop. Anything that Justin Lanasa has stamped with his TSR or TSR Museum websites are now being redirected to Wizards of the Coast, and it appears that Justin Lanasa has done that himself. Is this part of the resolving of the court case, the bankruptcy, the lawsuit between him and Wizards of the Coast, which, come on, we knew Wizards of the Coast was going to win. They've got millions of dollars to throw at a lawsuit. Lanasa's got what? Pocket change? Yeah. It wasn't, I have no love for the guy. He's made some personal attacks, some ugly personal attacks against Tom and against Eric Tanker, both individuals who I respect, and against Don. So, I have no love for the lost. I mean, obviously, I don't want to see anybody lose money or this affect families or whatever. And, whatever. I'm sure Lanasa's got his own deal that I don't really want to get into. And I'm sure there's other things about this that we'll never know the 100% true story. But we do know as of today, the entire Justin Lanasa franchise seems to be gone. What does this mean for the future? Don't know. Lanasa is his own biggest media personality, so I'm sure we'll hear something from him at some point in time. Or maybe he's just putting his tail between his legs and scampering off after these past several years, because he's lost more of these fights than he's won. But it's obnoxious and disgusting what he's done, but you gotta kind of respect his stick-to-itiveness. He chose his battle and he fought that battle, and every time it looked like he was going to lose, he managed to zig when he should have zagged, and he kept things afloat longer than anybody expected. But I mean, it was inevitable. So once again, the Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum has been declared closed. We don't know the status of any of the product that was inside it or the future of it, like Star Frontiers or any of the other things that Justin Lanasa claims he still owns, along with the TSR logo, the TSR website, the TSR Museum website, all those other things. They're all in the void. And now they're all just saying Wizards of the Coast. Go to Wizards of the Coast. And it appears Lanasa himself is the one who arranged the forwarding. So does that mean the TSR product will soon be available from Wizards of the Coast? What about Memorial Tomb? What about the stuff that Ernie did when he was associated with Dungeon Hobby Shop? I assume more information will be forthcoming. Again, I am only on the very, very peripheral. I'm very in the shallow end of this. If you want all the information, please use the link down below to go to Tabletop Taproom, and you can watch the multi-episode soap opera, many seasons, as Tom has borne the brunt of this and kept it going, partially because of some of the things Lanasa said about him and his family. Just gave more fuel to Tom's fire. So again, I have nothing but respect for Tom and Don and Eric Tanker. And I've got my own little bit of history with Justin Lanasa. So yeah, again, I highly recommend just use the link down below to check out the whole story. Another win for Wizards of the Coast, but maybe it means there's some secret bits of TSR, Ernie Gygax, Gary Gygax stuff sitting in a box somewhere that will finally maybe come to light. I don't know. Use the link down below. Till next time, I'm the OG GM. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you never want to hear me talk about this ever again, let me know.